So today we're going to talk about monatomic ions. Your goal is I can name and write monatomic ions. So my monatomic ions are ions, just to kind of review what we talked about in the last video. Ions are atoms that have either lost or gained electrons. A loss of electrons is a cation because it has a positive charge, and a gain of electrons is an anion, which has a negative charge. Here I have written out what the charge is going to be depending on which group it's in. I also have it on this periodic table as well. This first column is a +1, second column is a +2, third column is a +3, fourth column is a plus or -4. The column with nitrogen is -3, the column with oxygen is -2, and the column with fluorine is -1. We will be coming back to this periodic table very often throughout this whole unit, so you will need to either remember which columns are what charges, write it down on your own periodic table, or be able to come back to this section of the video throughout. So first we're going to talk about how to name them. Remember, you do need to be typing out what's underlined in your notes section. So first we're going to name simple cations, or ones with a plus charge. They are named by saying the element and then adding the word ion. So for example, we have K. So first we need to make that an ion. So let's find K. K is right here in this first column, so it's going to have a +1 charge. So I'm going to make that a +1 charge. So first we just write the elements. So K, if we look at our periodic table, K is potassium. So we'll put potassium, and then you just add the word ion. So that would be potassium ion. All right, so now let's find the charge for beryllium. So we look for beryllium, it's right here. So that would be a +2 charge. So we go here, we give it its +2 charge. And then we will type out beryllium, and we add the word ion. So if it has a positive charge, then all you do is add the word ion to it. Okay, if it's an anion or has a negative charge, then you use the suffix IDE, or basically you put "ide" at the end of the element, and it's like the main word of the element. So for example, we have nitrogen. First we need to make sure it's negative charge, so we find nitrogen right here. It has a -3 charge, so we'll give it its charge, -3. So N is nitrogen. We need to make that with an "ide," and once you do this several times, you'll kind of get the flow of where you put "ide." If it's not exactly in the right spot, I will still give it to you as long as it has "ide" at the end. So nitrogen would actually be nitride. So you would end in IDE. Okay, sulfur. We'll find sulfur right here has a -2 charge. So -2 charge. So since it's a negative charge, it needs to end in IDE, so that would be sulfide. All right, so in your digital notebook on the next slide, you'll notice there is a chart that you'll need to fill out. So in this first column, you just write the element symbol. So calcium, if you look at your periodic table, calcium is Ca. So in this first column, you put Ca. Now the ion formula, that is the symbol plus the charge. So Ca is right here. And since it's in this second column, it will have a +2 charge. So if we put a +2 charge, so you hit the plus sign and then a 2. To make that a exponent, you'll highlight it and then hit Control period, and that'll make it the exponent for it. Now to name it. So remember, if this is a positive, you just write the element out and add the word ion. So this would be calcium ion. Now let's do another example. Let's do the very last one, iodine. So the element symbol, iodine, is I. Next, we write the symbol with the charge. So we look at our periodic table. Iodine is right here, which means it has a -1 charge. So I will have a -1 charge. Highlight that, hit Control period. Oh, whoops, that's supposed to be right here. -1, highlight, Control period. Okay, in this section, we need to put the name. If it is a negative charge, then you add IDE to the end. So this would be iodide. IDE. So you'll need to fill out the rest of this chart for the monatomic ion section. If you have any questions, just let me know. You can send me an email. If you want me to check your answers, just let me know and I'll be happy to help you.